Rigo, Olive, and Kev, you guys just sent Eluti away, and 2 days lie before you and the Sightless Sphinx.
I'm going to begin practicing on my lute as we go.
When did you fixed?
Is everybody's
flute?
Is everybody's water topped up? Are we good for love?
Yep, I'm good. Feeling good.
Just pass those chips here, though.
You were across the desert. You were not allowed to ask for
I just
snacks.
rolled 20 on my perform check on my lute.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
It's wonderful. There's a passion and a melancholy to it that you did not have previously, so obviously you're carrying a demon with you.
Yep.
Or
I'm
he's
playing really well.
forlorn because Neepa's not there and she fixed your loot.
That's true, actually. I am thinking about you.
No.
Gently weeping.
While my loot gently weeps.
After a couple of hours, though, I mean, you can't play forever and I'll stop.
I was enjoying it.
His fingers are
Would you like to
starting
play?
bleed.
I can't play.
Tie it
What
up.
were you playing?
That's
Your,
That's it.
My lute.
oh, your lute, right, okay.
I have a Gretsch lute.
Ah, yes, I don't know how to play lute.
I would most likely break it.
After another, like, half an hour of travel, I'm going to cough.
So, how's everybody feeling?
It's dry.
Out here.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Are we going to have a problem when we get to the temple and I decide to speak with Ninuriset?
No, I don't think, why would we have a problem?
You both made very clear that you disliked my decision to go back and accept his generous offer.
It's not what I want to do, but that doesn't mean I am necessarily upset with you directly. I feel that if
What are you
that's
gonna ask
what you
for?
want to do. Fair enough. Very questionable. I mean, we could also find that out.
Oh.
I want Olive to have a shaved head.
You can get behind that.
Wait, why me? Why do I have to have a shaved
I
head?
want Bork to be a toad.
Leave Borg out of this.
Honestly, I'm not sure. He promised me.
No
That
funny
it-
business.
Hmm?
No funny business.
Yeah, he promised me it would be a straight wish, which is, from what you told me, unusual of his kind. But I mean, who's to say he was telling the truth?
Yeah, and it's fair.
I believed him, though, so...
I mean, I would still be careful with what you ask for.
Oh, of course. I mean, it doesn't take a demon to turn some sort of power like this against you. What do you think, Olive? What should I wish for? What should a man, given the power to have anything he wants, want?
That's a really good question. I'm trying to think if I were in your shoes, but
1,000 silk shirts. How could he turn that against you? He could just give you the silk.
I just so wish you.
It might be heavy, too.
Imagine.
I might get trapped in them.
Yeah.
Or be
Might
forced
be
to carry
drowned
them.
in silk shirts.
Drowning in silk shirts. It doesn't sound like a bad way to go, given all
true.
the options we've had thus far.
That's true.
so you have you given it much thought? Has anything crossed your mind yet of what kinds of things you want, or what you could possibly
Money,
want?
power. We did offer you a city once, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
There was definitely some.
I'm curious about why he's offering the gift, though.
Well, because we didn't get everything you wanted, correct?
Well, he did, in a sort of a way. I wonder, truth be told, if Ninuriset is playing a double game. Their cult, it's all about power. It's all about being the strongest. But when Hakatep turned out to be stronger,
I
They
don't
s-
believe Hakutep was stronger.
you think they're playing him.
Yes.
I'm also wondering if, yes, they're letting him go so that they can get at him again later. I wonder if leaving...
Or using him to create chaos, and then they can take over in said chaos.
Precisely.
So it doesn't worry you that you've been offered this? Like, it doesn't, you don't find it worrying?
Well, I think it says something as to my character when demons decide to treat with me fairly because they think of me as a peer. Yes, that's a little bit off-putting.
Does you think he thinks you exist up here?
He likes me at least. He's made that clear.
True. He hasn't made any motions towards me at all. Ever.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Pretty.
There was a symbol of your god in the church, in the temple.
Yes.
It was destroyed. Clearly designed to be an insult. I don't know much about a scorpion god, and I haven't really heard about it. How's your god doing these days?
I mean, he's still. People still worship him. Most don't. Most regular folk don't worship him. It's mostly people that deal with the dead. As my church, we did burial rituals. A lot.
And how do you know he's doing okay? Does he talk to you? Do you hear him?
He grants. I feel power from him for doing his work, healing, putting people in proper burial, looking at scorpions. Scorpion things.
I imagine a lot of people have very.
Scorpion.
It is. I imagine a lot of people have very negative opinions. They probably make a lot of assumptions about the nature of his priests.
Very much so.
But obviously, none of them are true.
None of them are true.
Clearly.
Clearly.
I'm surprised the demon didn't attempt to suborn one such as you. Perhaps it was your incredible will that pushed him away.
That's fair.
Alright, I'm gonna jump over to Chief. Eluti stands looking at you. A half an hour has passed.
Time.
I don't know what to do.
Stared at
Not
him
a
for
simple
30
choice.
minutes.
It is not, no. What calls you in each direction?
Eluti should offer to make the choice for him as a teachable moment, Chief.
I will take you up to the sky and drop you for fun.
Will you make it before you hit the ground?
This is my dilemma, Eluti. What does it say about my character if I also go back? Doesn't say much. But I ask myself, had Patty been taken, would I have made a different choice?
Would you? And why does it say nothing of your character to go help a friend? It's word, your word to go forward is not absolute, is it? You said you were put in a position to make a decision because they did not know what to make. Did you know the decision you were making? Or were you just going for what seemed to be the most correct decision at the time? Can something like that change? Is it ever really a weight to put it on that it was right then, the absolute correct one? You put a weight on yourself as a leader, don't you?
They seem to look up to me for reasons I don't know.
Maybe because you inspire them? Maybe because you are a force of unstoppable power? Or maybe because you're just the loudest? All of these
Probably the latter.
Mysterious.
are apt
I'm
reasons
scared.
to be a leader, would you not say? And would you not say that a leader is human and could make decisions that they regret or feel that they themselves cannot lead in every battle.
Eluti, can you do this for me?
Maybe.
Can you take Trisasek's body and the bee larva back to the people?
Of course.
And I'll head north.
Would you like me to drop you off?
Well, I didn't think you were going to be that benevolent.
I am the Shadu. We are nothing but benevolent.
Make a noise.
He says, then shivers and, poops into the ground.
Digs a hole. Buries it.
I can take them. I could tell them that it was from you. The bee people, which names I do not remember, for they are in book 3.
And I only wrote them down as the bee people.
Please flip tape over to side B.
They still hold hope that you will return, and I can inform them that you were the reason it happened. Your whole party was.
And that's my decision.
You also need to drink more tea. You're stressed. It will help.
You want me to drink a hot drink in the desert?
At nighttime, yes. When it is colder.
But I prefer, like, a cold glass of water to get to sleep.
Water is for the day, yes. Tea is for the night. Hop on my back, friend. I will take you to your friends. But first, I need the bee larva and Chisisek. Otherwise, what's the point in doing all this?
Yes. I'll give him
He will somehow put it somewhere.
Tied to the fur.
He's got his own like little
Satchel.
candy hammers that you just put pause things
No,
in.
he's got hooves.
He
He'd be
is-
like, doesn't he have, like, fucking... Yeah.
So he
it's
just
hooves.
has like a level 5 bag of holding. This is one of the big ones.
My mouth is a bag of holding, he says. Chissisek's body.
He's gonna reconstitute
It is
poor
fine,
dried
don't
out
worry.
Chisisek.
You'll hop on his back?
Yes.
And he will take you into the skies. Neath.
Yeah.
The flames
Your
consume
buds
you.
are coming.
Make me a fortitude and a will save, please.
Yep.
I need one of each.
Death inbound.
Yup.
It's 13 for fortitude
Okay, thank you.
and 22 for will.
Cool. You hear the voice, a whispering in your ear. It's one of the female witches, saying prayers and salutations towards Hakatep. How he is the god pharaoh, how he will rise up and take what is rightfully his. He has defeated beings far powerful than those which reside in Osirian now, and he will do it again. The fire continues to burn, and you take 13 damage over your body. And as you begin to, the flames begin to consume your entire body, you blink, open your eyes, and you find yourself on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
Good. Great.
Oh, good.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stand still and just say, nope. 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 And I'm gonna sit down.
The boat rocks in the water.
Nope. Nope. No. I shouted at this guy, I'm like, no!
Your voice echoes. Nighttime is coming.
I'm gonna stubbornly sit and wait for it to get dark.
The boat is slowly going forward, following some sort of current that you cannot see. And you're just going to wait for it to get dark?
Yep.
As the night passes, the darkness around, the darkness consumes the sky. And your boat just continues to bob in the absolute darkness, and nothing changes. There are 2 oars for you to pilot the boat if you feel so inclined.
Little boat? It's
Yeah,
not
little
like
tiny baby one.
No. I pictured like a...
No, just a little tiny one for you. Yeah.
Is there anything around?
No.
It's literally just...
With the sun sets in the distance, you make out some sort of shape on the horizon that way, but you did not see that shape when it was daytime.
Well, I guess I'll fucking paddle.
Cool. Give me that sailor whatever it's called, profession.
21.
21. You row with absolute grace and excellence, and the water splashes up into your boat, and it actually hits you, and it's actually wet, and it's actually kind of cool.
I'm gonna continue rowing. I'm still going. Nope.
Sure.
Nope.
You ride,
Nope.
and after for what seems like hours, and the sun begins to rise, and in front of you, you see coming in the distance what looks like a mountainous area made of mud and clay. And as soon as you begin to see it take shape, your boat lands in some muddy water, some deep mud, and you're stuck.
I'm gonna sit on the little seat in this little rowboat, and I'm going to look up at the sky and be like, I know what you're doing. I don't know why, but I know what you're doing. I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna push the fucking boat.
Where are you pushing it? So there's land going further up towards the mountains now.
Oh, I hit like
Yeah, you hit like land.
I didn't
yeah.
hit like a sandbar.
Yeah. You have hit a beach of mud, and the muddy mountains stretch out before you.
Well,
My buddy.
I'm
Captain.
gonna get out. I'm gonna pull the boat ashore
Sure.
and neatly tuck the oars in the boat. I'm gonna make a perception check.
Go for it.
Yeah, sure. That I roll nicely. God fucking damn it. That is 33.
There seems to be a path that you can make out, as if it was not a natural path, as if many people have forged their way through here before, going through the muddy things up towards the top of the mountain ahead of you.
Okay, I'm gonna once again exclaim, is this what you want me to do? It's fine. You think you're gonna break me? I'm gonna follow the path.
Cool. As you also are walking up, you notice that the ocean behind you is now also replaced with mud. There's no more water anywhere.
Sweet.
Rodrigo, Olive, Ankep, you guys are walking when you hear beating of wings, and landing behind you is Eluti with a smile, and on his back is Chief.
I changed my mind.
And now that I see them, I remember I'm mad.
Shadu puts
We can
him.
leave now.
The Shadu puts him down and then just eats his head. Flies.
Yum lunch.
He was a bitch.
Well, we didn't have to save him. Welcome back.
You are all very hard on him. You point at him as he is a leader, but he is scared, and he needs to drink more tea.
I'm gonna offer him some tea.
It's too hot for tea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him some at nighttime.
That is-
Actually, in the desert, if you drink hot things during the day, you up your body temperature and sweat more, which is... You're a bison. Why would I argue with you?
Makes you cooler. The more you sweat.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong now that he's agreeing with me. Yes,
That makes sense.
it does.
I still wouldn't do it.
I will return Chisek's body and the bee larva.
Thank you.
Thank you. He puts his hoof up and hits you on the head, and then he flies away.
Tender.
Take some subdual damage. Well,
Chief.
meat cake. I still have some left. There's 3 pieces.
Before we do that, there's one last thing we have to discuss.
Mm.
I'm going to walk right over to Chief. Hand on my sword.
Can you imagine? You're just like, fuck you!
And we're done here. Hope you guys enjoyed Mummy's Mask. Bye.
There's something we need to discuss.
What is it?
That was my last ration. I'm going to start mooching off you now.
I hear Ankep has excellent meat cake.
No, that was his.
That was my last meat cake.
Surprised you didn't talk about Borg.
There's something we actually need to discuss. Your wish.
We've been talking about that.
Are we here for this convo, or is this you two?
Oh no, we're just like standing face to face.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, so we are.
We're here.
Just
As we
checking.
talk, we're risking kissing.
Yeah. His beard,
You're
his
flirting with
his
kissing.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Good to
Soft
know.
breaths.
Okay.
What's your wish?
Oh my god. This is true.
If I tell you, you can't join me in the temple. I can't risk it.
Hmm.
Also, he does have a wish.
We've been discussing not actually going into the temple as well.
I don't mean to be. You can enter, just not with me. I can't risk the chance of you being too literal.
I have something I want you to ponder. Ask for Neath back.
Shit.
It's your wish. It's your decision. But consider it. Should things go south, we're stronger together.
You don't think she's still in the temple?
Not for a second.
I mean, if she is still in the temple, she's probably dead. If she's not in, if they didn't kill her.
If I thought there was an honest chance of finding her in that temple, we would have stayed. I'm confident if she is alive, she's no longer there.
What if
But obviously there would be a way to get to her from the temple.
Maybe not to us.
Possible.
If you had a choice between getting rid of a great threat at great risk to yourself or saving Panya, which would you choose? I may have a way to complete the Paladin's mission. But it means not granting my own desire.
I can't answer that, Rodrigo.
Well, it's 2 days. It gives me time to think.
I assume we're walking now.
Yeah. Neath.
Yeah.
You're walking up the path.
Yeah, what was that?
Your feet sinks into the mud, and it becomes harder and harder to actually pull your feet out and keep walking. Would you make a strength check, please, to each time you step and just to keep going?
Eat quicksand.
Oh, son of a bitch. It's a
6.
6.
You are stuck in the mud.
Great. Gonna throw a hissy fit and go swear a little bit.
Stuck in the mud.
You notice.
Oh, I got a ring of jumping. Can I try to use that?
Go for it. Try to jump.
That'd be an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Does the ring add anything?
It's a +5.
Nice.
That makes 17 plus 12 is a 39.
Where?
29, sorry.
You jump out, sink deeper into the mud when you land.
Fucking damn it.
Yeah.
Serves you right. I don't know.
Now's not the time for games. You do make it like 5 feet ahead, though.
Great.
Keep
Great.
doing
I'm just gonna keep
that.
just keep fucking jumping because I don't have anything useful.
And just keep getting deeper and deeper into the mud so you can't move.
Deeper and stuck in the mud.
Well, the deeper she gets, the less she can jump. So then the less she'd be in the mud, and then she'd go back deep again, and then the less she'd be in the mud, and then it'd just be a cycle of back and forth.
Can I make a dexterity check to move lightly?
Yeah, of course. Kind of like shimmy out of the mud and try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Escape artist, that would be.
Fuck's sakes. For an escape artist?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 30.
You're able to crawl out of the mud, and you actually notice if you crawl, you don't sink in as much. You just get
Sweet.
really muddy.
Then, fuck it.
Cool. You're gonna start crawling your way up the path of the mountain.
I fucking guess.
After you've been crawling for like 5 minutes, you notice that the mud is actually drying out underneath you, becoming more solid.
I'm gonna go a little up and then I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
it seems like after a little bit it'll dry out even more to actually be walkable.
I'm gonna keep crawling until I feel like it's walkable then.
Sure, after about an hour of crawling and you're about like 10% up the mountain, it's hard enough to walk on.
I'm gonna stand up.
You understand what's going to happen here, right?
No, leave me alone.
Don't leave me. Rodrigo's voice is in your head.
Yeah. Get out, Rodrigo. I don't want to fucking hear it.
You continue up the mountain?
I guess.
Would you make a perception check for me, please?
Yep. That's a 26.
The path seems to be getting shorter as you walk. It's kind of changing in front of you towards the destination. And the ocean is beginning to rise up behind you again.
Do I see my boat?
No, your boat is gone.
My boat is gone. Should have tied it or dragged it or should have rode up that muddy path.
Cool.
Would have been just as fucking fast.
Yeah. You're gonna keep walking to the top. You're gonna do anything else?
I don't have really any other choice.
Sure.
I'm just gonna keep walking.
When you get to the top of the mountain,
Mm-hmm.
you see on the other side from the mountain actually reaches kind of a cliff point, and there is a vast canyon where you're kind of like looking over the edge over a vast body of water that's far beneath you, and it's deep, dark, and black. Give me a perception check.
What is with this die today? That's a 20.
20. You see far in the distance, there is some sort of monolith or like Fresno sculpture sticking out of the water. If you want to take more time, you can try to study it further.
Well, I've got all the time in the world. I'll take a 20 on it.
Cool. It has a design of an ocean on it. There is a ship on top of it, and underneath it, the waves break away into various structures and symbols that kind of have an oceanic pattern on it that kind of just looks like how you would normally expect, like just waves under the water, currents. But as it gets deeper and deeper, it kind of breaks apart and turns into weird, odd, angular shapes. And it kind of seems as if there's structures and buildings deep beneath the surface.
Fuck!
And when you hit the bottom of the sculpture, the monolith out of the water, you notice sinking, moving beneath the dark waves, is some sort of big, large shadow in the water. A hand comes out and presses itself on top of the monolith, followed by another. Humanoid hands of a dark green, mossy color. And then the door opens behind you, and you fall out of the flames of the sarcophagus. And we'll take a break for you two.